Did you know the 2023 recession can be your ticket to getting rich? And no, this isn't another depressing lecture about the state of the economy. It's time to flip the script and share my proven tips and invaluable insights from Warren Buffett that helped me uncover hidden opportunities during challenging times and turn them into lucrative gains. If you're ready to turn the recession into your personal gold mine, stick around. You won't regret it. Here's my first tip. Invest in stocks. Now let's talk about stocks.
We have operated in this country with the greatest tailwind at our back that you can imagine. It's an investor's haven. I mean, you can't really fail at it unless you buy the wrong stock or just get excited at the wrong time. But if you own a cross-section of America and you put your money in consistently over the years, there's no comparison against owning something that's going to produce nothing.
I know, you've heard it all before. Stocks are risky, unpredictable, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? When the stock market crashes during a recession, it's a fantastic time to buy. If you're smart about it, you can make some serious cash. Here's the deal. Steady investments in the right stocks over a long period, wise choices, and reinvesting the dividends can build a massive wealth store. But don't just blindly invest in any old stock. Be picky and focus on companies that can thrive during a recession. I wanted to learn from the best, so I turned to the legendary investor himself, Warren Buffett. I see him as an inspiration. During the 2008 recession, he loaded up on shares of Kraft Foods and NRG Energy. So how did he do it? Well, he followed his own advice and kept buying quality companies with solid fundamentals, even when the market was in free fall. He knew the market is forward-looking, meaning it often experiences turbulence before the economy does. As a result, he was able to invest in companies that had the potential to grow and recover even during the recession. Of course, you don't have to be Warren Buffett to make intelligent investment decisions. You can start by focusing on quality companies with a strong track record of performance and a clear growth path. Please research and look for well-managed, financially stable companies with a competitive advantage in their industry. You know, a few years ago, I worked at a startup that went under during a recession. I was left without a job and wondering what to do next. I had some savings, but knew I needed to invest in building long-term wealth. Despite the recession and the uncertainty in the market, I decided to start investing in quality companies with solid fundamentals. I researched, diversified my portfolio, and kept a long-term perspective.
The world changed. Before he died, Ben Graham recognized that the exact way he sought undervalued companies wouldn't necessarily work for all times under all conditions. And that's certainly the way it worked for us. We gradually morphed into trying to buy the better companies when they were underpriced instead of the lousy companies when they were underpriced. And of course that worked pretty well for us.
At first, I was nervous. The market was still shaky and it felt like a risky investment time. But I kept my faith in my research and strategy, and soon enough, my investments started paying off. As the economy began to recover, the companies I had invested in started to see significant growth. I had chosen wisely, and I was able to capitalize on the early stages of the bull market. Warren Buffett has been my inspiration. His killer strategy helped me keep my financial stability intact no matter what happened. And let me tell you, it did wonders for me. Buffett suggested putting 10% of your cash in short-term government bonds and 90% in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. And you know what? It was such a smart move. But did you know that during a recession, bear markets tend to do even worse than usual? We're down about 25% now, but the average drop during a recession is closer to 34.8%. I know it's tempting to freak out when the market drops, but take it from me, a few years later, I can confidently say that my decision to invest during the recession was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I was able to turn a challenging situation into an opportunity for financial success. So, this could be your chance to snap up some shares at a bargain price. Of course, investing isn't just about taking risks and hoping for the best. It would be best if you were smart about it. One wrong move and you could lose a lot of money. But if you research and follow my next tip, you'll get rich while in recession this 2023. So, how was your stock investment during this time? Share it below. Now, let's go to my favorite on the list, investing in yourself. Let me tell you about some fantastic advice I researched from the legendary investor Warren Buffett.
If you're going to live a long time, you have to keep learning.
Yeah.
What you formerly knew is never enough. So if you don't learn to constantly revise your earlier conclusions and get better ones, why, I always use the same metaphor. You're like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
Invest in yourself. I know what you're thinking. Why would someone who's made billions in the stock market tell me to focus on myself instead? But hear me out. Buffett knows that being exceptionally good at something is the key to success. And it doesn't matter if the economy is booming or in recession. If you have valuable skills, you'll always be in demand. Whether you're a master chef, a skilled carpenter, or a coding genius, investing in your abilities will always pay off. But here's the thing, investing in yourself isn't just about job security. It's about being the best you can be in your current role. Becoming an expert in your field makes you indispensable to your company. And that's a surefire way to ensure your job is safe even in tough times. So how can you invest in yourself? Get creative. Take courses online. Attend conferences. Seek out mentorship from your colleagues. And put in the extra hours to master a new software program or programming language. I took this advice to heart and decided to upskill myself in marketing. I started taking online courses and attending industry conferences to improve my knowledge and hone my skills. It wasn't easy juggling my work responsibilities with my personal development, but I knew it would be worth it. And boy, was I right. All that hard work paid off when I landed a promotion and a significant salary increase in a more senior marketing role at my company. I felt more confident in my abilities and could contribute meaningfully to my team. So take it from me, investing in yourself is the ultimate recipe for personal and professional success and getting rich this 2023. Don't wait for someone else to give you that promotion or that pay raise. Invest in yourself and watch as the opportunities start rolling in. The bottom line is this: when times are tough, the best thing you can do is bet on yourself. So invest in yourself and watch as the dividends roll in. My next tip in this video is to avoid credit cards.
My general advice to people, we have an interest in credit cards, but people, I think people should avoid using credit cards as a piggy bank to be raided.
Did you know Buffett built his wealth by getting interest in working for him instead of working to pay interest as many Americans do? I've seen more people fail because of liquor and leverage being borrowed money. Buffett said in a 1991 speech at the University of Notre Dame, "You really don't need leverage in this world much. If you're smart, you'll make much money without borrowing." Buffett is especially wary of credit cards. His advice is to avoid them altogether. Interest rates are very high on credit cards, Buffett once said. Sometimes they're 18%, sometimes they're 20%. If I borrowed money at 18 or 20%, I'd be broke. Let me tell you something I've learned from my own experience. When it comes to investing during a recession, there's one tip that's more important than anything else. And if you fail to master it, everything else you've learned will be for nothing. It's all about avoiding unnecessary spending and debt. every dollar you save is a dollar you can invest in your future. And that's what we all want, right? You'll be surprised how much you can save by cutting back on non-essentials. So, before you buy something, ask yourself if you need it. If not, keep that cash in your pocket. And here's the real kicker. If you invest an extra $25 a week for the next 40 years, you could end up with an additional $277,693. That's a lot of dough, guys. So, let's make the most of this recession and turn it into an opportunity for financial success. But that's not all. To master this, you need to keep track of your spending with an app or a spreadsheet and be more mindful of where your money goes. Trust me, it's a game changer. So, are you ready to take action and make your mark? Type yes in the comment below. Let's do this. Who knows? Maybe we'll become just as financially savvy as Warren Buffett. You'll want to hear my ultimate tip if you're as serious as I am about crushing it this year and beyond. Are you ready for it? Here it goes. Get yourself a financial pro or find a money mentor to emulate, like my leading inspiration man, Warren Buffett.
Any place you can find somebody that gives you insights into things you didn't understand before, maybe makes you a better person than you would have been before. That's very lucky, and you want to make the most of it. If you can find it in academia, make the most of it, and if you can find it in the rest of your life, make the most of it.
Think about it. The biggest ballers and billionaires have a financial advisor to help them reach the top. And in today's economy, where things are changing faster than a TikTok trend, having a financial expert in your corner is more important than ever. Let's be honest, dealing with finances can be a real headache. There are so many options, and who knows what the future holds. But with the right financial advisor, you can create a solid plan, make informed investment decisions, and start stacking that cheddar. And when it comes time to ball out and spend that hard-earned cash, your financial pro can help you create a sustainable plan to ensure you're living your best life for years. Trust me, it's worth it. So go out there and find your money mentor, and let's get rich, guys. So let's get real for a moment. I know many of you are feeling the pinch of the recession, but instead of just waiting for the economy to bounce back, why not take matters into your own hands and make a fortune? Trust me, it's not as crazy as it sounds. With the right mindset and strategy, you can turn this recession into an opportunity to make it big. You see, the thing about recessions is that we can't predict when they'll hit or end. But that's no reason to sit on the sidelines and wait for things to improve. So, how to use the 2023 recession to get rich? It's simple. Take action. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it's not coming. Instead, use these tips and read more finance tips, books, and opinions from respectable investors like Warren Buffett. But let's not stop there. Let's take calculated risks and embrace the recession like nobody's business. Millionaires aren't made by fear of negative numbers. They use them to their advantage. And for all you beginner or long-time investors, don't you dare bail when things get tough. Stand firm and weather the storm, because, in the end, the rewards will be worth it. This year will be one for the books, mark my words. And with the right mindset and strategies, we can come out on top and turn this recession into a fortune. If you love these finance tips and want to stay in the loop, hit that like and subscribe button right now. That way, you'll never miss out on my new videos.